What is up, YouTube? It is your man Panther Ranger here, and happy Power Rangers Day. Today, I'm going to talk about the history of Power Rangers. Power Rangers is a television series about teenagers who transform into superheroes, known as the Power Rangers. The show was created by Hasbro and was based on the Japanese Super Sentai series, so let's get into detail and talk about the history of Power Rangers. Before Power Rangers became a sensation in the 90s, the Super Sentai series from Japan was in the process of getting introduced in America. In 1975, the Super Sentai series was born, and the show started with Himitsu Sentai Go Ranger. However, Go Ranger had episodes aired in Hawaii and in California, but in 1978, it was dubbed in English, known as the Star Rangers, which aired in the Philippines. But the idea of adapting Super Sentai series happened when Stan Lee and Toei came to an agreement after the success of the Japanese Spider-Man series. Stan Lee was fascinated with the Japanese Spider-Man show, which gave him the idea of adapting the fifth Super Sentai show, Taiyo Sentai Sun Vulcan. Unfortunately, various stations in America rejected it. In the 1980s, Saban was on a business trip to Japan. During his trip, he was watching an episode of Chodenshi Bioman in his hotel room, and he was fascinated with the idea of the multicolored hero saving the world, and was determined to adapt the series. He created the Bioman pilot, which featured American actors. Unfortunately, after many pitches, the Bioman adaptation remained unaired. In 1992, Saban and Shuki Levy met up with Margon Loesch, who was the head of Fox Kids, to adapt Super Sentai. She was interested, but Saban and Levy pitched their idea of adapting the 16th entry of Super Sentai, Kyoryu Sentai Zyuranger. Chojin Sentai Jetman was also considered for an adaptation, but not many people liked it. Originally, the adaptation was originally titled Galaxy Rangers. Fox was impressed with the idea, and they partnered with Bandai America to produce the toys and other merchandise. In 1993, Kyoryu Sentai Zyuranger was adapted in America as the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This marked the start of the Power Rangers series and the start of the Saban Era. The show became a success, and the toys were sought after by children, which caused their parents to buy the toys for their kids at various stores. The shows lasted for 3 seasons, which used portions from Gosei Sentai Dai Ranger and Ninja Sentai Kaku Ranger, but the mini-series Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers used the suits from Kaku Ranger, and the traditional adaptations of Super Sentai continued throughout. In 1995, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers released their first movie in theaters, featuring a new villain, new Ranger suits, retaining the same cast. In 1997, Power Rangers released their second movie in theaters, but it was titled Turbo, a Power Rangers movie. This movie featured new suits, a new Megazord, and a new Ranger joining the team. In 2001, Mirai Sentai Time Ranger was going to be adapted for a Power Rangers Time Force movie, but the Screen Actors Guilding was cancelled those plans due to Power Rangers not being a union production. In 2002, Power Rangers celebrated the 10th anniversary of the show through the release of Power Rangers Wild Force, which was based on the Japanese show Hyakuju Sentai Gao Ranger, which was also an anniversary season. Wild Force was the final season of the Saban Era, marking the end of an era. Power Rangers Hexagon was a planned season produced by Saban, which was going to be an adaptation of Ninpu Sentai Hurricaneer, but that all changed when Disney bought Power Rangers from Saban. Following Disney's purchase of Power Rangers, the second half of Wild Force aired on ABC Kids. After the last episode, Disney wanted to cancel the show, but that all changed. Disney was offered to still continue with the production of Power Rangers, but on one condition. Disney had moved production from America to New Zealand to cut budget. In 2003, Ninpu Sentai Hurricaneer was adapted into Power Rangers Ninja Storm with an Australian and New Zealand English-speaking cast. This marked the start of a new era, continuing the Super Sentai adaptations. In 2004, Bakuryu Sentai Aber Ranger was adapted into Power Rangers Dino Thunder, marking the return of a fan-favorite character Tommy Oliver, played by the late Jason David Frank. In 2007, Power Rangers celebrated 15 years of the show through the release of Power Rangers Operation Overdrive, which is an adaptation of the 30th Super Sentai season, Go-Go Sentai Bokenger, which was also an anniversary season. In 2008, Disney wanted to discontinue producing Power Rangers after Jungle Fury, which was based on Juken Sentai Geki Ranger, but they were obligated to produce another season of Power Rangers because of their contract with Bandai. In 2009, Engine Sentai Go Ranger was adapted into Power Rangers RPM. This season was intended to be the grand finale of Power Rangers, as they were interested in other major media franchises such as Marvel and Star Wars. The producers of RPM wanted to have their own creative freedom to bring the show to an end. Power Rangers RPM marked the end of the Disney era. In 2010, Disney aired a revamped version of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on ABC Kids, with a comic book style effect, but everything changed later that year. In 2010, Hasbro bought back the rights to Power Rangers from Disney. After buying back Power Rangers, he produced the next season of Power Rangers. It was titled Power Rangers Samurai, which aired in 2011. This show was adapted from Samurai Sentai Shinkenger. During the production of the show, Saban kept the filming location in New Zealand and maintained an American cast. This time, the show had aired on Nickelodeon. This was the start of a new era. In 2012, Power Rangers Samurai was split into a second season titled Power Rangers Super Samurai. This would continue in future seasons. In 2013, Power Rangers celebrated the 20th anniversary through the release of Power Rangers Megaforce and Super Megaforce. These seasons were adapted from Tensu Sentai Goseiger, and whereas Super Megaforce was adapted from Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiger, Super Megaforce featured appearances from past actors, which made longtime fans pleased. From 2015 to 2016, Juden Sentai Kyoryuger was adapted into Power Rangers Dino Charge and Dino Supercharge. This marked the first time a Super Sentai season was skipped over. That season was Tokume Sentai Go Busters, which preceded Gokaiger. Kyoryuger was succeeded by Go Busters. From 2017 to 2018, Shuriken Sentai Ninja was adapted into Power Rangers Ninja Steel and Super Ninja Steel. This was also the second time that a Super Sentai adaptation was skipped over. The season that preceded Ninja was Russia Sentai Tokyuger. Super Ninja Steel marked the 25th anniversary of the show. Ninja Steel and Super Ninja Steel were the last seasons of the Neo-Saban Era. Also in 2017, Power Rangers released their third movie, released in theaters, simply titled Power Rangers. This was an entire reboot, and the suits were different from the original show. In 2018, Saban renewed his partnership with Nickelodeon to continue to air the show. Everything changed as Bandai America was no longer going to produce the toys, as Hasbro became the new production for the toys. Later that year, Hasbro purchased the entire Power Rangers franchise from Saban, which marked a new beginning for the show. In 2019, Tokume Sentai Go Busters was adapted into Power Rangers Beast Morphers, marking the first time a skipped Super Sentai series was adapted. In 2020, Hasbro announced that they would be adapting Kishiryou Sentai Ryu Soldier, which aired from 2021 to 2022. This marked the first time that Hasbro had adapted a recent Sentai season. The seasons that were skipped over were Resha Sentai Tokyuger, Dobutsu Sentai Jououger, Uchu Sentai Q Ranger, and Kaito Sentai Lupin Ranger vs Keisatsu Sentai Pata Ranger. Dino Fury Season 1 marked the final televised season of Power Rangers, as Season 2 aired entirely on Netflix. In 2023, Power Rangers celebrated 30 years of the series. Netflix released a special that year titled Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always. This featured original actors returning with a new member joining. Later that year, Power Rangers aired their final season, Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. This season was a continuation of Dino Fury and adapted portions from Uchu Sentai Q Ranger, as the Ranger suits were an upgrade from Dino Fury / Ryu Soldier suits. This was the end of an era, as it was the final season of the original storyline, traditional Sentai adaptations, and the last season to be filmed in New Zealand, leaving the future uncertain. In 2024, it was announced that Hasbro will be collaborating with Playmates to produce the toys. Later that year, the props have been auctioned to various fans. Jonathan Entwistle was in talks to produce a new reboot of the show with Netflix, but plans were cancelled after a fallout. However, an unexpected announcement came when Hasbro stated that they will be teaming up with Paramount Pictures to produce a new Power Rangers movie. In 2025, it was announced that Hasbro and 20th Television would be producing a live-action Power Rangers reboot series for Disney+. Jonathan E. Steinberg and Dan Schatz have been in talks to serve as the writers, showrunners, and executive producers for the show. Toei announced that they will not be involved in the project and the filming will take place in the UK. This was a moment that fans have been expecting, but the cast and the show have yet to be determined. However, filming will take place in January of 2026, targeting for a 2026 release date. And that is the history of Power Rangers, from early glimpses to the global powerhouse it is today. The history of Power Rangers remains a pop culture icon. It is a franchise that has constantly evolved and found new methods to connect with audiences worldwide. What is your favorite Power Ranger season, and what memories do you have? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video, please subscribe to my channel for more content, and don't forget to hit the bell icon for notifications for future videos. I will see you again in another video. May the power protect you, Ranger Nation.